Beneath the blazing sun, the savannah stretches like a golden tapestry scorched by heat, the air thick with the scent of dust and dry grass. You stand there, sweat trickling down your forehead, your hand gripping a rough wooden spear, a taut leather shield at your side. Around you, 99 other warriors, their breaths heavy, their eyes fixed intently on the distance. 50 meters away, 10 lions, nature's supreme hunting machines, move slowly, their claws raking the earth, their golden eyes gleaming with ferocity. Each weighs nearly 200 kilograms, muscles rippling, jaws capable of crushing bone. Their roars echo like thunder, making your heart pound. No firearms, no modern bows, only spears, shields, woven nets, and the strength of 100 humans. Can sheer numbers secure victory? And if so, at what cost? This question is not merely a hypothetical challenge, but a gateway to a scientific journey, where the biology of lions, the physics of bite force, the archaeology of ancient tools, and the history of tactical formations intertwine. In the ancient world, when humans faced wild beasts, they relied not only on physical strength but also on formations, discipline, and collective intelligence. Today, we embark on 3 narratives, where 100 ancient warriors confront 10 lions, from a blood-soaked tragedy to a triumphant victory, to understand how organization determines survival. The first narrative is a catastrophe. 100 individuals scatter like a chaotic mob without leadership or formation, each acting on instinct. They flee, hurl stones haphazardly, or thrust spears alone, allowing the lions to divide and slaughter them. The outcome is 40 to 60 injured, 15 to 25 never rising again. The second narrative is an improvement, yet still tragic. Inspired by the hunting circles of ancient tribes, 100 warriors form a ring, armed with spears and nets, but weak leadership and loose discipline let the circle be breached. 20 to 30 are injured, 5 to 10 perish. The final narrative is a beacon of hope. Drawing on the Spartan phalanx, 100 warriors organize into a tight square, disciplined as steel, transforming themselves into an impregnable machine. Only 8 to 12 are injured, and rarely does anyone fall. These narratives are not just about combat, but about how humans wield intelligence to overcome primal strength. Grounded in research on biology, physics, archaeology, and history. We will explore each scenario, uncover why formations dictate survival, and draw lessons from the past. Are you ready to step into the battlefield, where the lion's roars blend with human cries? Before entering the narratives, let us understand the adversary. The lion, or Panthera leo, is among nature's apex predators. Each weighs between 150 and 250 kilograms, its body engineered for speed and power. Lions can reach 80 kilometers per hour over a few dozen meters, sufficient to outrun any human. Their jaws exert a bite force of 650 psi, 6 times that of a human, and their claws, 5 to 7 centimeters long, can tear flesh like knives. According to West and Packer's 2002 study, lions hunt in prides, typically 3 to 5, coordinating to target weak prey, biting the neck or back to subdue. 10 lions, a mix of males and females, can fell prey weighing half a ton, such as buffalo. Yet they are not flawless. After 1 to 2 minutes of sprinting, lions tire, and if the opponent is too numerous or resolute, they may panic, as noted by Packer in 1990. On the human side, 100 ancient warriors, robust and healthy, are equipped with wooden spears 2 to 3 meters long, wooden or leather shields 1 meter in diameter, woven nets 2 meters square, plus stones, clubs, and short knives. They hold a numerical advantage, 10 to 1, and possess tactical reasoning and tool use. But their maximum speed is only 24 kilometers per hour, and their individual strength pales against a lion's. A single swipe or bite can fell them instantly. Psychology is also critical. Even brave warriors may panic before a beast, as Freud noted in 1921 regarding survival instincts. The battle unfolds on a savanna or open woodland under daylight, with no distinct terrain features like water or cliffs. Their tools are historically grounded. Archaeology confirms wooden spears, leather shields, and woven nets in Egypt by 3000 BCE and Sumer by 2500 BCE. Stone throwing and clubs were common among Stone Age hunters, per Leakey's 1971 findings. With this context, let us begin the narratives. Narrative 1. Catastrophe on the savannah. Across the vast savannah, 100 warriors gather, but none know what to do. Without a commander or plan, they stand scattered like a chaotic mob clutching spears, stones, or nets, their eyes filled with unease. Some whisper tales of lions tearing hunters apart, others grip their weapons tightly, masking fear. When 10 lions appear, their roars resound like thunder, shaking the air. Their golden eyes flash, claws rake the ground, poised to charge. No one shouts orders, no one organizes. Only tense silence prevails, broken by the first cry as a brave warrior charges forward, spear raised high. But this solitary act marks the start of disaster. The lions, with razor-sharp hunting instincts, swiftly divide the group. One lunges at the lone warrior, claws ripping his chest before the spear can strike. Shouts erupt, and panic spreads like wildfire. Some warriors hurl stones, but they veer off, merely startling the lions. Others attempt spear thrusts, but without coordination the tips glance off, lacking force to pierce the lion's thick hide. Many turn and flee, but their speed cannot match the lions. One lion overtakes a small group, pouncing on two, its jaws crushing their necks. Woven nets, which could bind a lion's legs, lie useless on the ground, as no one knows how to cast them together. Over 20 to 30 minutes, the battlefield becomes a nightmare. Lions move like phantoms, targeting isolated individuals or small clusters. One warrior tries to throw a stone, but is pounced from behind, claws leaving bloody gashes. A group of 5 huddles, swinging clubs, but they lack the strength to resist. Lions bite into backs, tearing flesh, felling them in agony. Leather shields, which could block a swipe, are abandoned as their owners flee in panic. Finally, after killing 15 to 25 and injuring 40 to 60, from scratches to broken bones, the lions grow weary. A few are wounded by spears or stones, 5 to 7 fall or flee. The survivors stand, gasping, gazing at the blood-soaked battlefield, hearts heavy. Why did this catastrophe unfold? Biology provides the first answer. Lions excel in chaotic environments, as Crook noted in 1972. They target weak or isolated prey, like stray antelopes. With 100 humans scattered, lions see them as a large herd, easily divided and attacked. A single swipe, exerting roughly 1,000 newtons per physics calculations, can shatter ribs or skulls instantly. Wooden spears, with a maximum thrust of 500 newtons, struggle to penetrate the lion's 1 to 2 centimeter thick hide unless aimed precisely at the neck or belly, an impossibility when each acts alone. Physics further explains the failure. A lion's speed, 80 kilometers per hour, far exceeds a human's 24. Fleeing is futile. Thrown stones, weighing half a kilogram at 20 meters per second, merely sting, insufficient to halt a lion. Psychology plays a significant role. Per Le Bon's 1895 work, when one in a crowd flees, a domino effect collapses the group, akin to chaotic retreats in history, like the Persian rout at Gaugamela in 331 BCE against Alexander the Great. Archaeology reveals that tools like nets, found in ancient Egypt, require group coordination to be effective. Here, nets were neglected. History shows that leaderless mobs like peasant revolts in Mesopotamia around 2000 BCE consistently fell to smaller but disciplined foes. Chaos and lack of leadership turned 100 humans into victims of their own disorganization, leading to devastating losses. Narrative 2, the faltering circle. 100 warriors form a large circle on the savannah, gripping long spears, taut leather shields, and ready woven nets. They draw inspiration from ancient hunting tribes, like the Sumerians of 2500 BCE or African indigenous groups who encircled large game like buffalo or elephants. At the center, a commander shouts loudly, his voice echoing, but not all heed him. The circle initially appears solid, but the spacing between warriors is uneven. Some stand 2 meters apart, creating dangerous gaps. When 10 lions appear, their roars shake the air. Some warriors tighten their grip on spears, others step back, eyes wavering. As the lions charge, the circle becomes a battlefield. 70 warriors on the outer ring raise spears, thrusting from 2 meters away, shields protecting their bodies. 20 in the inner ring hurl stones, arcing over comrades and cast nets to bind lions' legs. The commander shouts, "Thrust!" and "Cast nets," but some warriors act prematurely. Spears veering off, nets falling short. Stones fly in all directions, but unsynchronized, they only startle the lions, not stop them. One lion leaps through a gap, claws tearing a warrior, dragging him from the circle. Shouts ring out, and the circle wavers. Some abandon their posts, trying to flee or attack alone, widening the gaps. The lions, with predatory instincts, exploit the weakness. One pounces on a warrior, jaws clamping his neck, felling him in agony. Another is caught in a net, but no one coordinates to spear it, allowing it to thrash free. After 15 to 20 minutes, the circle nearly collapses, but the sheer numbers prevail. Some lions are pierced in the belly, 4 to 6 fall or flee when exhausted. But victory comes at a steep cost. 5 to 10 perish, 20 to 30 are injured, from scratches to broken bones. The survivors stand, panting, gazing at the bloodied battlefield, hearts heavy. Why did this circle fail? Biology shows lions excel at exploiting gaps, as when hunting antelopes per Schaller's 1972 study. A lion can leap 3 meters in half a second, easily breaching a loose circle. Nets, weighing 2 to 3 kilograms, require 2 to 3 people to cast accurately, but lack of synchronization renders them ineffective. Physics elaborates. A wooden spear, with 500 newtons of thrust, can pierce a lion's hide at a 90-degree angle, but untrained warriors often thrust off-angle, having the force. Thrown stones, half a kilogram at 20 meters per second, only cause pain, not halt a lion. Psychology also matters. Per Tuckman's 1965 work, groups with weak leadership fall into conflict, reducing combat effectiveness. Some warriors panicked seeing comrades fall, destabilizing the formation, akin to ancient tribes facing large beasts like elephants in Africa. Archaeology shows Sumerian carvings from 2500 BCE depict circular formations hunting buffalo or lions, but they often failed without training. Nets and leather shields found in Egypt require group skill, which this circle lacked. History indicates that circular formations, common among early tribes, were inferior to disciplined armies like the Assyrians of 700 BCE, who used tighter squares. Weak leadership, as in tribal defeats against professional armies, led to significant losses. Narrative 3. The unbreachable phalanx picture. A different army, 100 warriors standing in a tight square, spears glinting under the sun, leather shields locked like a steel wall. They embody the Spartan phalanx, the legendary formation of ancient Greece in the 5th century BCE, adapted to counter 10 lions. Each warrior stands half a meter apart, forming an impregnable forest of spears. At the center, 5 commanders shout orders, their voices like thunder, enforcing iron discipline. 70 warriors on the outer ring raise 3-meter spears, shields guarding their bodies. 20 in the inner ring hurl stones with slings, arcing precisely over comrades, and cast nets in unison to bind lions. When 10 lions appear, their roars shake the air, but the formation stands firm. The lions charge, but meet the spear forest. One leaps, but a leather shield blocks its swipe, and 3 spears pierce its belly, felling it in agony. Another is caught in a net, thrashing but unable to escape. Stones rain down, each half a kilogram at 25 meters per second, striking lions' heads and backs, disorienting them. Commanders shout, "Hold spears, cast nets," and all obey like a machine. No one abandons their post, no one panics. When a warrior is grazed by claws, a reserve steps in, keeping the formation solid. The lions attack 2 to 3 times, but each fails. One, netted around the head, collapses, a spear piercing its neck. After 10 minutes, exhausted and battered, 3 to 4 lions fall. The rest turn and flee. The victory is near perfect. Only 8 to 12 warriors are injured, from scratches to broken bones. Rarely does anyone die, except if a net misses or a spear breaks. The survivors raise spears in triumph, the formation intact like a steel wall under the sun. Why did this phalanx succeed? Biology shows lions avoid targets too large or dangerous, as Packer noted in 1990. The phalanx, with spears and shields, presents a giant prey, making lions hesitate. Nets binding legs, exerting 100 newtons of drag, slow them, allowing spears to target the neck, a biological weak point. Physics explains the phalanx's strength. Long spears, with 600 newtons of thrust at 90 degrees, pierce lion hide, causing rapid blood loss. Stones slung at half a kilogram and 25 meters per second deliver 156 joules of kinetic energy, enough to pain and disorient lions. Leather shields, 1 square meter, withstand a lion's 1,000 newton swipe. Psychology plays a role. Spartan discipline leverages the team spirit effect, as Ash noted in 1951. Warriors sacrifice for the group, as at Thermopylae in 480 BCE, minimizing panic. Archaeology confirms feasibility. The Greek phalanx used long spears and round shields, similar to the story's tools. Woven nets, found in Egypt, were used hunting large game, effective when used in groups. History shows the Spartan phalanx was the pinnacle of ancient tactics, defeating larger armies through discipline, as at Plataea in 479 BCE. This adapted phalanx turned 100 humans into an invincible force, leveraging discipline, tools, and the lion's weaknesses for minimal losses. From the chaotic mob on the savannah, through the faltering circle of ancient tribes, to the unbreachable Spartan phalanx, the story of 100 humans against 10 lions shows numbers alone do not guarantee victory. Biology reveals the lion's strength and weaknesses. Physics shows how spears, nets, and stones can subdue them. Archaeology and history reveal ancient humans used formations to face beasts, offering lessons for us. Discipline and tactics, not strength, are key. Today, rather than fight, we should protect lions, symbols of the wild. So, if you stood in the phalanx, what role would you choose? Spear-wielding warrior, netcaster, or shouting commander? Or would you stand aside, chronicling this story for posterity?